Facing a very tough Senate map this year, Democrats are making an unusual play, trying to improve their chances of holding the Senate by flipping seats in two key Donald Trump strongholds, Texas and Florida, hoping to beat the odds in red states that they haven't won in decades. In Texas, Senator Ted Cruz is still favored to keep his seat, but Democrats are really making a big play, running Congressman Colin Allred, a popular Dallas congressman, civil rights lawyer, star linebacker for the Tennessee Titans, who served in the Obama administration. Allred has proved to be a big fundraiser. He's just picked up a major Republican endorsement. And joining me now is the Democratic candidate for the Senate in Texas, Congressman Colin Allred.
Hey.
So you've raised the money. You're popular in the state. You're up against Ted Cruz and the Republican machine and the Trump factor.
Mm-hmm.
So you now have a Republican endorsement among some, perhaps, but the biggest probably right now is Liz Cheney.
Yes.
And, you know, is Dick Cheney coming along as well?
Well, I don't know.
About that.
Yeah, I think Liz is a friend of mine, and we served together in the House, and she's a patriot. And I respect her. And I respect her because she did something that we see very rarely in American politics, somebody putting their country over their personal interest. And I think that's what she's also is motivating her to get involved in this Senate race. That Ted Cruz was the architect in many ways of the effort in the Senate to overturn the last American presidential election. And there has to be consequences for that. And that makes you unfit for office. And that's what Liz is saying.
So the economy is still the biggest issue. Maybe immigration is the second biggest issue. Those are two big factors in Texas.
Yeah, they're incredibly important.
And how does Kamala Harris improve her record on that? She has a lot of facts and administration policies behind her, but the public is not picking up on it yet.
Well, I think what I have to do certainly versus Ted Cruz is make sure folks know that I'm on their side when it comes to the economy because, I was raised by a single mom in Dallas and I know what it's like to struggle growing up, and that's why I've been focused on lowering folks' costs. But we also are dealing with a near total ban on abortion in Texas that's having horrific consequences. And every single day, there's more Texas women who are coming forward, bravely telling their stories about what they've been put through, singularly by Ted Cruz. And I do mean that because he's responsible for putting judges on the district and circuit and Supreme Court levels. He backed in primaries Republicans who then voted for these draconian laws at the state level. He called for and supported the Dobbs decision. So in many ways, he is the architect of what we're experiencing in Texas with this near total ban on abortion. And
what about the economy? Do you think that the rate cut by the Fed is going to help it? It won't filter through the economy really quickly.
Right. Well, I think it's a good sign, of course. And of course, we've been in this battle post-pandemic to control inflation. And while we've done better than our peer countries, we know we have a lot more work to do. And what I think I've always been focused on is where can we make sure we lower folks' costs, whether that's prescription drug costs, capping insulin at $35 a month for folks on Medicare. We try to do that for everyone, but Ted Cruz blocked it. We're trying to expand the child tax credit. There's things that we can do to help working families out to get through this transition period. But I do think it seems like we're coming to the end of that.
Greg Abbott and, of course, former President Trump have made immigration such a major issue. And there you are in Texas, which is one of the big battlegrounds.
Yeah. Well, it's personal for me. My family actually is from Brownsville, the tip of Texas, right at the Mexico border. My grandfather was a customs officer there. And so when we have inaction at the federal level, it's communities like Brownsville that feel the brunt of it. That's why it's so unacceptable and outrageous when we have a bipartisan bill in the Senate to bring $20 billion for border security, for more Border Patrol agents, more immigration judges, changing the asylum standard, technology to catch fentanyl. And Ted Cruz takes it down. And he's been a part of this for decades now, trying to take down bipartisan efforts to secure the border. So to me, it's not about words, it's about actions. And I want to get to work on actually securing the border, whereas we know Ted Cruz never will.
Well, good luck out there on the campaign trail. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks, Andrea. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you.